We're here at the offices of E-End in Frederick, Maryland. For residential drop-offs, they use this door over here. We're in the reception area, and this is where our people that deal with the clients have their desks. A couple of awards over here. We were recognized as the Service Provider of the Year, a medal for a competition, and this is recognized as the Philanthropist of the Year. And this is our server room. One of our high-speed copiers. This is the supply room. Supply cabinets. This is an area where the person who handles our marketing, he's down at this position in the corner. Another one of our high-speed copiers. And our admin, who really is the invaluable person here. This is where she sits. This is the president's office. The CEO's office. When people drop items off, mostly residential, they'll leave it in this room here. And usually by the end of the day, the room is full. It's empty now, of course, but at the end of each day, all the racks and most of the pallets on the floor are loaded with material. And that all gets weighed, and we have a separate scale for that, which I'll show you later. That's a closed closet. This is where our compliance officer has her office. Conference room for when we have our meetings and meet with clients. And this is our break room, which, as you can see, it's been taken out of service and everything is kind of waiting for us to reopen. And this is our shelter-in-place room also. This whole area was built out special for us. The space was just 20,000 square feet open. I'm going to show you that we've got a nice modern bathroom. This is our utility room. slop sink and cleaning supplies. And now we're going to go into the warehouse. It's a restricted area that begins about 30 feet back. You can come in and enter the first part of the warehouse without having to have an escort, but that's primarily if someone's coming in to pick up something they bought. Normally we have material on all of these racks, but when we knew we were going to close, we basically sold everything we could and shipped everything out, so we weren't sitting with inventory that might have been losing value while we were closed. Some Canon products over here. Down here is an area where we have someone that checks out our servers and also checks out PCs, but primarily checks out servers, and if they can be reused, software is loaded if required, and if they can't, the RAM is removed and hard drives are removed, and they're all sold separately. Another test station down here for monitors and a variety of other things. As you can see, we have a lot of monitors built up, ready to ship out. And we do charge our clients for recycling their displays and televisions. We normally accumulate printers until we can ship out a truckload. So there's some building up. I think you can see that this is pretty much how it is when we operate. The floor is always clean. There's not trash on the floor. Down in this area is where we shred items. These are degaussed hard drives, and they didn't require shredding, so we can ship those out. We'll get a better value on degaussed drives that have the circuit boards attached. These are phones that we've taken apart, and we'll process those separately. And these are some weapons that we've destroyed. This shredder here, we can shred basically laptops, servers, just about anything that that we can get in the drawers. It's a high-speed, low-torque shredder. And we do shred hard drives in there also. And this can be loaded on our truck and taken out to a site, and we have our own generator to supply power to the unit. These are hard drives that were shredded up on this particular machine, which we use to shred hard drives and cell phones and other things that are not that large. This is our hydraulic shear that we use when we destroy like ITAR controlled devices. The jaws are used here when we destroy weapons. And this is one of our degaussers. We can take that on site. It's manual. It's got 13,000 Gauss. This is a unit that we made. It's called the Data Gator. You can roll it out. It's got some pretty powerful jaws, and we can just, shear the hard drives in half if they just want them physically destroyed, and we don't have to take our shredder with us. This area over here is where items have been sorted and will be inspected to see if they have resale value. Normally that is just stacked up twice as high, but like I said, we pretty much got rid of everything. There's another area here where we sort materials. There's laptop scrap, scrap phones. This will just be electronic scrap. There's stainless steel, AC adapters, scrap wire, e-scrap. Same thing everyone else has. This is our demand area. So the items over here will be demand. We do things manually, we don't shred. And we have 4 stations over here for D-man. Then we're separating the motherboards, fingerboards, and server boards. And then we have high-grade boards, which we send out. It's a special processor for gold recovery. We generally end up getting a lot more than if we send it to a regular processor. And there's more power supplies, scrap wire. This is all ferrous material, but it's non-focus. Over here is where we have the batteries. They're all separated lithium, nickel cadmium. And you notice all of the poles have tape on them to prevent anything from getting shorted out. You know, we generally are able to store high, which obviously gives us a lot of room on the floor. Everything over here is scheduled for D-man. So when we come back, they'll be taking all this material apart. Behind that far door is a roll-off where we put all of our steel. Behind this door here is a trailer where we put in our CRTs, LCDs, and televisions that go out for shipment. This is our receiving area. And the items that come in here, they're inspected, logged in, serial numbers are captured on the devices, and anything that looks like it contained media, they're opened here and the media is removed. Down here, these are desktops probably being held for someone to come and pick up for purchase. This is our forklift, which is the Yale. It's been reconditioned. It's in excellent shape.